Okay guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are breaking down the latest drops from Marvel Rivals. Season 1 is around the corner. It's tomorrow. We're taking a look at Midtown with a big joint Sentinel Iron Man, a great look at the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards' lab, and there's a lot of Easter eggs in this trailer. We get to see Captain America, we get to see Iron Man outside the Avengers Tower. There's a lot of stuff going on. I think this looks absolutely amazing. It looks so polished. I cannot wait to play this map. But if you take a little closer look, you'll see Fisk's Tower. Yes, that's Wilson Fisk's Tower. Maybe a little Easter egg, little hint that you should keep an eye out. As we know, they do have that around each other map. And then the 10 past 12 might be an indication to actually when the season 1 drops, when we 10 past 12 going into the 10th of January that morning. But this looks absolutely incredible, and we see the Avengers sign upside down with the V and A. And then we take a look closely at Johnny Storm out of the Fantastic Four. I am super excited to see Johnny Storm in this. He's one of my favorite characters. I love him. It'd be nice to see maybe even a Chris Evans skin. That would be sick and hilarious. But I cannot wait to see him in his original Fantastic Four suit as well. And he just looks absolutely insane, and I cannot wait to play him. Obviously, we got Ben Grimm, the Thing, as well. We got to see Ben Grimm in the actual trailer, and we got to see Johnny Storm, and this is identical. So if the trailers go by anything, any characters we see in the trailer, they're going to have the same model and physique and persona that we'll get within the game. So it's great to see that as well. And then for further leaks, we get to see season 2 and season 3. Look, we all know Blade is coming at some point, and season 1 has kind of, you know, teased Blade to us. So obviously it makes sense for him to come at the end of season 1 and launch season 2. And if that goes by anything, we might get some sort of hint about the X-Men, and that will lead us into season 3, because you can see Emma Frost and Jean Grey are the characters for season 3. But we also are getting the most anticipated character, or one of the most anticipated characters, which is Ultron. And I think this is a great way to land Ultron mid season 2 and then roll that in to season 3. I'm not saying this is for a fact that they're going to tease a character and then bring them into the following season. Just be aware, if that is a pattern that develops, we'll kind of get some inkling of what characters are going to be coming to the game, and it will build up the hype for the game. It'll build up hype for that character. Everybody will want to know everything about that character, which makes for good content and people can cover it. But yeah, there's a lot going on, and I am super excited to get into more stuff about Blade. We actually got some leaked information. It seems like a backstory for Blade to give us some insight about season 1, the whole scope of season 1, what Dracula is up to. So there's a lot going on, and I think it's a great way to give context to the season. People who are probably not involved in Marvel as much as probably someone like me, gives them context about the season. So we do have a leaked bit of information. I'm not going to read it all, but basically say, look, at name's Blade. Folks call me that because of the sword, and I used to slice vampires' heads off. It ain't an easy job, but one of the few with the skills or the guts to do it. When I heard Dracula had some sort of master plan brewing, somehow the freak cast a spell and stop the sun from rising, trap Manhattan in a state of non-stop darkness. See, I'm half vampire, half human. We've got all the powers of a regular vampire. It just kind of continues on, and then apparently there's some Asgardian squirrel name, I cannot pronounce that, I'm not gonna lie. Drax summoned a magic squirrel to Earth and locked it up in Change 2. All I can do is wait and hope for someone eventually sets me free. It's gonna be a long night. This is just like obviously a background. Blade is trapped. Dracula trapped Blade. Probably the only person who he thinks to could stop him. Obviously, then we got the Fantastic Four, Manhattan. Obviously, Captain America. There is Iron Man. You see Wilson Fisk's Tower, possibly Spider-Man. There's going to be a lot of story into this, and they also mentioned, as we covered in a previous video, that is double the playable content in this season that they'll ever have, and going forward will only be 2 characters. So it's nice to see this backstory. It's great for real Marvel fans, or people maybe just getting into Marvel, or people who kind of, Marvel's okay, I'm not a huge fan of comics, but fell in love with this game, its playstyle, and might want to get involved in the characters as well. It's great what they're doing, and I'm super excited for this launch of season 1. I know it's coming out on the 10th, and this video is right in the tail of that, but going forward, if this gives us any insight, it's going to be absolutely insane. We do have more leaks as well, and this is coming up for the latest battle pass, the name of the battle pass in season 1, and I was super, you know, confused why they would have called it this. Obviously, look, we have Dracula, we have Blade, we have the Fantastic Four. They obviously have to defend Manhattan. Dracula doing crazy stuff, Blade being trapped, Blade coming in season 2, yada yada yada. But what we do have is the release, and this is the name of it right here. It's called the Darkhold. I don't know how that fits in, if this is to be true. Note, countdown timer may be inaccurate. Okay, so it says whatever days. This was called the Darkhold. I don't know if that's going to be called the Darkhold, if the Battle Pass is going to be called that in Marvel Rivals. I just don't see how that makes sense. Or maybe it's not the Darkhold related to Wanda Maximoff. It's probably just like a Darkhold over Manhattan. Maybe that's what it is. But I just thought it was going to be the Eternal Night Battle Pass. I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. But we do have some more information and we're going to break it down. What we have is some insight on the latest event that is coming into Season 1. And when I seen this event and when it's going to end, it probably gives us a small indication of when we'll get the other half of the heroes, or just in and around that half of the date of the 4th Season 1. So you'll see here, Midnight Features is a season event. It ends February 7th at 9 o'clock. And if that marks anything, maybe after that event finishes, because that'll be the 4th month. I know it's 3 months, so it might be maybe 6 weeks, 7 weeks, because we're only getting 28 weeks. That's probably when we'll see a hype for Johnny Storm and the team coming in. But there's a lot of information in here about each title, the dialogue, all of that stuff. No, it's going to be Blood Moon over the Big Apple. Title 2 is the Doctor Out of His Mind, Bad Moon Knight Rising, Spider-Man, Villain or Vampire. So this is kind of what we're going to see for this event. It's going to give us the story lore behind what Season 1 is about, and I'm super excited to see this. It's great how they're having such a fun game and then also captivating the lore behind Marvel. They have not let any stone be unturned. They've crossed their T's, dot their I's. It's absolutely sick. It's amazing. I'm absolutely stoked to see Season 1 drop. You obviously, from my excitement, you'll know that I'm a Marvel fan and I'm really enjoying the game overall. But there is one little piece of the puzzle left as well. There's some features that we'll have to go through that have been leaked as well, so hopefully we'll get this. And the last part is Central Park goes goth. So you'll see that the exact source of the vampire infestation in New York City remains uncertain, but the source indicates that Dracula himself may be to blame. No shit, Sherlock. It's obviously Dracula. But yeah, as I said, new features or leaks that will be coming to the game as well in Season 1 is that we'll have a new lore, which will come from Black Panther. It will also come from Moon Knight. We'll have a little bit more lore about Loki, and Squirrel Girl is currently empty. So these are some of the information that we're going to have being added to the game in Season 1. And it's great to see that they have a lot of the lore behind these characters as well. But look, guys, I am super excited for Season 1. If you've not heard this by this video, you can hear it in my voice. I cannot wait to play this game to the death. It's absolutely insane, and I would really like for them to bring out a PvP mode, or PvE mode should I say, just to kind of expand on the story, even if it's a small 1 or 2 levels in each season. Just to give us some more context to the story would be absolutely sick, and then jump into the PvP mode and all ranked and just have fun that way. But that's all for me, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you think of all this information. Are you super excited for Season 1? And I will catch you on the next one.